Imagine waking up to find your name on every news channel, accused of stealing $42 million from your own company. Your signature, your emails, even your voice, all proving you did it. Except you didn't. This is the true story of Richard Cole, the CEO of one of America's fastest-growing AI firms, who was destroyed by a crime he never committed. A man so humiliated, he almost took his own life. Until one final email changed everything. And trust me, what happened at the end will shock you to your core. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments where you're watching from, and subscribe to BYTE Crimes. Your support keeps us bringing chilling educational stories from the dark side of the internet. Now, sit back and let's begin. At 48, Richard Cole was Silicon Valley's golden son, a visionary who'd built Haven Tech from his garage into a billion-dollar AI powerhouse. Known for his obsessive attention to detail, late-night emails, and almost robotic discipline, Richard was the face of modern innovation. He believed technology could make humans more efficient, but he never imagined it could become him. Headquartered in Austin, Texas, Haven Tech developed neural learning systems that predicted consumer behavior for Fortune 500 clients. Its rise was meteoric, until one ordinary email brought it all crashing down. It began with a message from a verified Forbes journalist. Polished tone, correct branding, even the timing felt familiar. Sent at 12:14 a.m., when Richard usually replied to media requests himself. The journalist congratulated Haven Tech on its success and invited him to a special Forbes feature on visionary CEOs and AI. Attached was a simple form, Forbes 2025 CEO Feature Questionnaire.pdf.exe. One click, that's all it took. Within seconds, malware installed itself quietly inside Haven Tech's internal email servers. The hackers didn't just breach the system, they studied it. They recorded voice memos, analyzed sentence rhythms, and replicated Richard's entire communication style using AI. Over the next few weeks, fake internal emails, generated by machine learning models, began to flow from Richard's account. Each one approved small, confidential test transfers for a supposed acquisition deal. By the third week, the finance department received final clearance, a large wire authorization, complete with Richard's voice confirmation on record, except Richard never made that call. He was asleep at home, unaware that AI had cloned not only his writing, but his voice. The next morning, $42 million had vanished. When auditors checked, every trace pointed to Richard, verified login from his corporate IP digital signature, perfectly matching his recorded phone authorization in his own voice. The news broke fast. AI CEO embezzles millions, read one headline. Visionary or villain, asked another. Haven Tech's stock collapsed by nearly 70% in 2 days. Investors withdrew, partners sued, and the man once celebrated as a pioneer was now labeled a fraud. Publicly, Richard looked calm. Privately, he was shattered. He retreated to his lake house outside Austin, isolated, humiliated, haunted by guilt for something he didn't do. Every attempt to defend himself made him sound delusional. Even his own board had doubts. He replayed the evidence over and over, the voice recordings, the signatures, the emails, all perfect, all false. On his desk lay a note scribbled in desperation. How can I prove I'm not me? The shame became unbearable. He wrote a farewell letter to his family, loaded his father's old revolver, and whispered, "I'm sorry." Then his laptop chimed. The email came from Special Agent Dana Rivers of the FBI Cyber Division. For weeks, her team had been tracking a global phishing operation that used deepfake audio to impersonate executives. Her subject line read, "We found the server," and inside, one chilling line. "You were never the target, you were the weapon." Rivers explained that the hackers' goal wasn't just theft, it was chaos. By framing high-profile tech leaders, they triggered market crashes, shorted stocks, and made millions before disappearing. Richard lowered the gun. For the first time, someone believed him. If you've been watching this far, tell me in the comments. Would you forgive yourself if the whole world believed a lie made by your own technology? Now, here's where the story takes a shocking turn. Working alongside the FBI, Richard combed through server logs and hidden code strings. Deep within the malware's backend, they found fragments written in Russian and Mandarin, a clue that led to a dark web syndicate known as Black Veil. This group had infiltrated multiple global corporations using fake press inquiries, AI-generated emails, and cloned executive voices. Their pattern was ruthless: destroy credibility, crash stocks, and profit from the fallout. Each operation was executed with near-surgical precision until Haven Tech fought back. Through forensic tracing and international warrants, agents tracked the money through Estonia, Singapore, and Cyprus, eventually freezing offshore accounts totaling $38 million. Months later, Richard testified before Congress in a packed cybersecurity hearing. His voice trembled as he said, "I built machines that learned how humans think, and someone used them to erase who I was." He went on to work with the FBI's Cyber Behavioral Task Force, helping identify psychological patterns in AI-based impersonation crimes. Together, they uncovered dozens of dormant attack nodes targeting major tech CEOs. In early 2024, 3 members of Black Veil were arrested in Europe. Among their seized data, over 300 cloned digital identities of CEOs, politicians, and journalists, all ready for deployment. Though cleared of wrongdoing, Richard's life was never the same. He founded a nonprofit called Echo Shield, teaching companies how to protect their executives from deepfake phishing and digital impersonation. At his first conference talk after the scandal, he ended with a powerful warning. The greatest vulnerability in technology isn't the code, it's our confidence in what feels real. His message spread worldwide, forcing corporations to rethink how they verify human communication. But even today, experts warn that deepfake phishing is evolving, from voices to faces to entire video meetings. The war for digital identity has only just begun. If you made it to the end of this story, thank you for staying with us. Richard Cole's tragedy reminds us that in the digital world, reality can be rewritten with a single click. Before you go, like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and most importantly, subscribe to BYTE Crimes. Your support motivates us to keep bringing chilling, educational, and eye-opening stories that expose how cybercrime is reshaping our world. Because remember, online, not everything that sounds like you is you.